Hi everyone, it's Dee Dee and Mr. Goose a Goose here, who has to be all up in my face today for some odd reason. Hopefully, you saw my promo video because I know YouTube is not notorious lately for alerting anybody when I'm going to be on. So I thought I would let you know that I'm on or going to be on. Anyway, I'm sitting here on the swing under this lovely tarp stuff my husband put up with the Carmine, sitting here to get petted. I don't really know what exactly to talk about, but it is Thursday morning, and I'm glad last night went okay. We got home around, I think, 2:30 in the morning, so I didn't get much sleep. It's going to be interesting trying to work today, but I will manage. Matthew's still pretty warm. He's got a virus, apparently. The doctor said it had nothing to do with the metformin. I still think he should stay away from this stuff. Um, we're going to talk to his doctor today. See if she can't maybe schedule, or not schedule, but prescribe him something else besides the metformin. Or I should say instead of the metformin, not besides it. Yeah, besides is along with, and instead of means replacing. So I meant replacing the metformin instead of. Um, I think that'd be a good idea for him to stay away from metformin because I already know that he's had similar symptoms last time he took metformin, and they thought it was the flu then too. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the metformin, and I don't see any reason why they can't try something else. Honestly, with the insulin, if we could just get him to not start, but keep eating healthfully like he has been doing, I don't think he would even need another medication other than the insulin. But I don't know. I'll let the doctor determine that. I'm not a doctor. I do know what symptoms my husband has when he takes metformin, though. So I'm going with my original thought on that, which is I will be talking to the doctor. All Matthew has to do is sign over, or sign the thing that says I can speak to them on his behalf, which we've done in the past. He probably just isn't caught up on it. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Stupid fleas or whatever on me. Um, so that's where we're at. Matthew's sleeping. I got freaking bugs jumping on me for some reason. Probably because I have a cat on my lap. Um, so last night went okay. We went to the hospital that's closest to us, which is the worst one to have to go to. The secretary was kind of snooty, and the nurse there was tolerable. The doctor was this Hispanic guy with a very thick accent. I think he was Hispanic anyway. Yeah, he had a Hispanic name, Rios or something. And he spoke with that broken English type of Hispanic accent. So, but he was nice and everything, and he was very thorough, which was good. The one lady that did Matthew's throat culture, I wanted to pounce on her. She was terrible. I've had people do throat cultures on me, and there are people that know how to do it, and there are people that just don't think about the fact that you're sticking that thing down the throat of a human being. You're not doing your project at your medical school to test and see if you know how to do it. This is a human being with a gag reflex, with fears, with concerns, and already not feeling good. So you have him lay all the way back and jab that stupid thing down his throat without care. Yeah, I might have something to say about it. I probably will report her. Seriously. Sorry to all you nurses out there that like to defend your own kind, so to speak. But this lady was rough. Friendly enough, just very rough physically. Did not take into consideration my husband has disabilities. My husband has post-traumatic stress. And it just was really wrong the way it was all handled. Anyway, I wanted to show you something real quick, if I can zoom in on it. Carmine found something. He's hunting it. His tail is going a mile a minute here. I'm sorry for the flashing. It's a stupid phone again, as usual. Please ignore flashing. Can you see his tail? Oh, now he's popped up again. What do you see, boy? What's over there? This is the playful time of the morning for Carmine. Well, for all cats, I guess. Oh, where'd he go? Let's see where he went. Oh, he's all the way over there. Where'd you go, guy? Carmine, leave the bird alone. Carmine, you're not gonna protect that bird. Meanie. He's always hunting for other animals. That's why I don't like cats outside. Anyway, back to me. If nobody chats, I'll probably sign off in a little while, because I'm going to need to reschedule my plan for today. My work plan. Hi, Meech. Yeah, Meech. Meech me. Come here, Meech. Come here, Meech me. Come here. I know. Come here, baby. Alright, I got my Meech. And she'll rub the heck out of my glasses now, like she does. This must be a cat video today, huh? Kitties loving on Mama. Trying to get love. Rubbing their scent all over my glasses. Probably nobody's up yet, really, of my regular people that come in here. And that's okay. So, I will be working today as planned. At some point, I need to get my kitty cat some more food. So, thanks for the thumb, somebody. I was watching Michelle's lives last night. There was one that was called Delusion Dispeller. And there was one this morning, I think, called Ugg. I love her names. Delusion Dispeller and Ugg. Yeah, I don't know exactly what went on yesterday in a certain chat room. I do know that certain people can turn so quickly. Like, they just seem like your friends, and then, you know, like, they seem like you could get along with them and maybe work things out, and then they just turn like a viper. And I pretty much feel that's what that person did. And not just on me this time, on Gloria, on Country Rose, on some other people. Just went to town on them, just shredding people. And I don't know, maybe it was the drink, maybe it was the alcohol. Maybe if that's the case, they need to stay offline when they're drinking, like somebody else said. That's up to them. I can't tell them how to go on their live or whatever, or how to act on their live. But I do know that even if I was going to go on a panel to work things out with this person, there's no way I would do it while they were drinking. Anybody, not just them. As I always tell the people that I do counseling or coaching with, if you're not going to bring me your best and expect me to give you my best, how is that fair? You know, be your best self, and then we can talk about things. But don't bring me your brain under the influence of a chemical, because I won't talk to that. I will not speak to that. That's just foolish. People need to realize that alcohol is a mind-altering drug, like any mind-altering drug. And somebody that is under the influence of it can become totally not like themselves. I'm not sure about Thrive, if that has anything to do with it, but I have seen that people that take Thrive, yes, it probably helps you achieve your weight loss. It probably helps you get energy. I'm not denying that. But it also is changing who you are to a very drastic and noticeable extent. So I don't know if that bothers you. Meech, be nice. Be nice. He's an old guy. You cannot pick on poor Teddy. He's an old man. Thank you. Good girl. I don't want her swatting the blind kitty, you know, the old blind kitty. Anyway, I'm just saying, I personally believe, and there has been testimony out there against Thrive, that Thrive is not healthy and it's not good on your mind. It turns you into somebody you're not. I think it's almost like alcohol. Like, it helps you lose your inhibitions, so you just say stuff and don't care how people feel about it. That's what I believe. Now, if you don't and you're all for Thrive and Thrive is your thing, okay, more power to you, but you're not going to convince me that it doesn't somehow do something negative in your mind and cause you to be a totally different person that's not desirable. I've just seen it too many times. I've seen people on YouTube take Thrive and become totally different, change their channel names, change their appearance, act totally like acting out against people, and become like looser in the way they dress, the way they act. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like Thrive. I don't like what it does to people. Doesn't mean I don't like the people. I just don't like what Thrive has done to them. And I really wish this whole Thrive thing would come to a head and people would finally start putting out the true information about it and the damage that it's done to people. That's how I feel about it. Hi, T. Hi, baby. There's Teddy Bear. Hey, Ted. How we doing, guy? Mommy's gonna get you some more food today. I'm gonna get you more food. Oh man, I got something in my eye. I'm not quite fully awake yet, but that's okay. I just wanted to talk to y'all for a few minutes this morning before my day gets rolling full steam ahead with my tutoring and cleaning and whatever else I end up doing today. Maybe shopping for cat food. I don't know if Matthew's going to feel up to doing much of anything. So, I'm not sure. What, bud? What's the matter? What? I don't know. I had a really weird dream last night. I don't even remember what it was about, but I know it had the cat in it. And I think it was about getting them cat food, or I gave them the wrong kind of cat food or something. It wasn't a bad dream. It was just a weird dream. Oh, I think T's looking for water, maybe? No, he's looking for more food. You looking for more food, buddy? I don't think I have any more, guy. I have to buy some. He has a... The doctor said he does not think that Matthew's illness or reactions or whatever had anything to do with the metformin. He thinks it's a virus. They tested him for everything. Everything came back normal. No muscle breakdown or breakage or whatever. No other problems. No infection. Nothing. They just said it was a virus. So told us to alternate Tylenol and ibuprofen and just keep an eye on it. To contact his doctor today. Let her know what's going on. And I will be contacting the doctor today, or he will, and telling her I do not want him taking this stuff. I don't care what the other ER doctor says. My husband cannot take metformin. He has taken it in the past and had similar reactions. So, no metformin. How hard is that? Just give him an alternative drug. Y'all are friends with Big Pharma, right? Just talk to your Big Pharma dealer that comes, door to door and sells you the big medicine briefcase full of stuff. And tell them, get my husband some non-metformin drugs. I'm just playing, but seriously, that part of it, that I don't want him on metformin and he doesn't want to be on metformin, that part's true. And that part's going to get dealt with today. So, just letting y'all know that. Anyhow. Somebody asked me in my comments, do I have a mental illness? It's called cyclothymia, cyclothymic mood disorder. I've talked about it. Maybe they don't watch past videos. I wonder sometimes about people that say stuff, do you do the research and look before you ask questions that have already been answered? Not saying you have time to go through every video, but I've said it quite a lot that I have cyclothymia. And they're, well, do you have a mental disorder? Duh, yeah. That is what cyclothymia is. It's a cycling of the way the mind works. So yes, I have a mental disorder. Does it mean I'm mentally, like, deranged or something? No. Actually, what I have is considered a mood disorder, not even a mental disorder. It affects my moods and the chemistry of my body. So, just, I don't know. I remember my brother and I used to say to each other, if you ask a dumb question, you're going to get a dumb answer. Well, I don't think the question was dumb, maybe just neglectful of actually going and finding out your answer, because that one wasn't that hard to find, is what I'm saying. So maybe look into that a little bit more before you ask. So I don't know. But yes, I have cyclothymic disorder, cyclothymic mood disorder, cyclothymia, however you want to say it. I have videos somewhere on here about cyclothymia and what it means and how it affects me personally. So just watch my videos, I guess. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. So what's on tap for all y'all guys in here, ladies and men and whoever? What you doing today? I'm going to be working, like always. I'm going to be, hopefully, maybe cleaning up this yard a little bit, at least making a little bit of organization happen here. And, ooh, weird looking bug. Getting the kitties some cat food at some point. Oh yeah, it's light out here. Yep. And it stays light all day till like 8:30. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah. I need to do my Simpleology checklist thing, figure out what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm sorry, Red Ruby. I didn't really, I mean, I rested well, but I just got to bed at like 2:30. So I'm drinking coffee this morning. Keto coffee time, bulletproof coffee to make me bulletproof for my day. Oh, I got you, Grandma Ducky. Oh, hey, Sunshine. I'm not, but good to see you. You can catch up on all the drama on I said Pale Talk. On YouTube. May as well be Pale Talk. It's more of the same. Different names, different era. Same garbage. Same garbage, different station, I guess you could say. So I guess in August I'm going to be off staying at my daughter's house for about a week. I won't say when, but in August. The blood sugar? I don't know. He is still sleeping. His blood sugar's fine. That was not his problem. According to the doctor, he has a virus. He's sick. Plain old, down home, ill, sick. But like I said earlier, I'm not going with just that. I'm telling the doctor I want him off the metformin, and it's not a matter of telling him we want him off. He'll just stop taking it. But he just won't take it. So that's the plan with that. It's not like a doctor controls what he takes and what he doesn't. He chooses that. Yeah, better than a blood sugar issue, if that's really what it was. I don't know. I still think metformin's trash and shouldn't be given to people. So, we'll find a different alternative. It's not like there aren't other medicines available. I get how metformin works. I was watching a video about it yesterday. But I think it also causes problems because it works that way in some people. Maybe not all, but some. But most people I've talked to that took it had bad reactions to it. So, I don't know. I just make other choices. Doctors are not dumb. They go to school to learn how to slap a pill on things. So, slap a different pill. Same, it's plain and simple. Slap a different pill on it. You're trained to do that. You're trained to make Big Pharma rich and do your job the right way. So, he's been battling this since I met him. He was just diagnosed like 4 years ago. This is nothing new. This has been ongoing. His problem is he keeps bringing the junk food home as far as eating goes. And he needs to quit. Now, he told me the other day he's ready to just stop bringing any junk food home at all. Yeah, I know, Red. I don't trust doctors. Yeah, I might need a nap today. You're probably right about that. Now, whether I take one or not, that's dependent on how the day goes, how my tutoring goes, and how I feel. You know, and if it's hot out, I won't want a nap because it'll be hot in there too. And I can't sleep when it's hot. Yeah, he just, you know, it's really not hard if you don't have the food there to eat. And if you're craving sugar that bad, then there has to be a medication adjustment. Because I know people that have managed diabetes for years that do not have their blood sugars going that high and that low and back up again like that. And they don't crave those sweet foods all the time and eat like that. I'm not saying he's the only one. My ex-husband was the same way. But I'll tell you, when he went to jail and that food wasn't available, amazingly, the man lost weight and didn't have diabetes anymore. Go figure. It's called Don't Bring the Crap Into My House. Don't bring the sugared cookies and stuff. Use the sugar-free. You can handle sucralose. I can't, but he can. And not everything has sucralose in it. But if it's not there to eat, you're not going to eat it. So stop bringing it. And I can't stop him from grabbing something off the food pantry shelf. You know? I'll tell you something. When we go to the food pantry, we used to go like as a couple, and they'd say, how many people in your household? And we'd tell them, and they'd say, oh, well, you need to go through the line separately. And I'm like, yeah, but that's wrong. That's like stealing, you know, extra food. And they're like, no. We're trying to get rid of the food. You go through and sign your name. You go through and sign your name like two separate people so you get enough food for your household. Whatever. I think somebody on here could have fun with that one and say, oh, Dee Dee's just taking stuff from the government and going to that church and using their food and she doesn't really need it. And no, not true. We wanted to go through as a couple, as the two of us. And they said, go through separately. They tell us that every time. They're like, are you getting for both of you or are you getting individual stuff? No, we were just going to there's just like the two of us. We're just going to go through as a couple. No, you go through separately. So that's not us. That's them. He is learning Red, but it's a matter of does he retain it? He dissociates a lot. So we'll see. I hope he does. I guess the point I'm trying to hear is I'm married to him. I live with him. I see how he does really well for a few days and then goes right back to the same old habits again. In fact, that's the reason I divorced my first ex-husband and my second ex-husband. That's one of the reasons. Because they do fine for a while and then bam, we're right to the same thing we were at. So I would not divorce him over that. That's not an issue. I'm used to that. But I want him for himself to take better care of himself. Shoot, even if we did divorce, I would still want to know, if I was on the phone with him as a friend, are you taking your blood every day? Are you eating right? Because I care about him. I don't want him to die, and I definitely don't want him to start losing limbs. And I know that's what happens with diabetes. You end up on dialysis, you lose your legs, you lose feeling in your toes. I mean, it affects you that way. It kills you slowly from the inside out. You've got to stop eating those things that are killing you and that are interacting with your body in a bad way. Sugar, that's known to relate to diabetes. Everybody knows this. It's just like cigarettes with smoking. I'm not going to get on that rant again, but anything that's not easy on the body, anything that is causing inflammation in the body. Oh, he lost tons of weight already. The man used to be 230 something pounds. He's like 210 now. It's not like he hasn't lost weight. He's got a little bit of weight still to lose. But, you know, he's an adult. He wants to be a grown man. And yes, I can help him, but I can't force him when I'm not there. I have to work. I can't sit there and watch everything he puts in his mouth and then tell him, honey, you shouldn't be eating that, because I've done that before. You know what he says? I don't want a mother. Don't try to mother me. You're my wife. Be my wife. As your wife, I'm trying to care. No, that's mothering me. So I just gave up after a while and said, okay, whatever. Eat what you want. I can't stop you. You won't stop bringing it home. Then you don't want to stop eating it. And you can't just eat one. You have to eat zillions of servings, you know. If he could just eat a couple, that wouldn't affect his blood sugar that much. But when you bring a cake home and you eat the whole cake, or you bring cookies home and you eat a whole package or two of them, then yeah, that's not healthy for someone that's diabetic. Heck, it's not healthy for anybody. But especially someone whose body does not process things in a way that brings energy in a healthy way. His body grabs stuff and makes his sugar shoot through the roof. And he admits it's because he never took care of himself in the past. Neither does his mother. Or did his mother. I don't know if she does now. When I met her, all she ate was Hostess products. Twinkies, Little Debbie's. I know, because she used to give them to us. And I would have one or two Ho-Hos at the time, before keto and all that stuff. But then they would sit there and I guess they ate them by the package full. And that's all she ate. She hardly ate like actual meals. And he saw that, I guess, growing up, or even as an adult, I don't know. His mind sometimes even as an adult was like a kid. And he'd see his mother eating all this junk food. And that's what he wanted to eat all the time. When I went to his apartment, there were a few things that could be deemed healthy, I guess. But everything was packaged and canned and boxed. And it just wasn't healthy. And I wasn't used to that. Because when I was living on my own with Amber, I didn't bring that stuff through the house doors. Except once a week, we would have like a small treat, maybe a pudding, maybe a piece of cake, something like that. But it wasn't something that was there every day. We ate a dessert once a week, literally. So then I meet this man who eats nothing but junk food for the most part, or fast food. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to shape this dude into, shape. I had to get him into shape. And I soon again was reminded that we can't control another person, that's codependency. And then I have people years later coming online saying, you need to make sure he doesn't eat this. You need to make sure he doesn't pick that up. Make sure he doesn't bring that home. I'm not his mommy. I can't make sure of that. I can tell him. But I can't help that when I'm sitting there doing my tutoring calls, he's in the other room eating bags full of cookies, I can't watch him 24/7. He's not 4 years old. So it's kind of a double bind situation, really, all the way. I can tell him, and that's all I can do. The rest is up to him. I can also not bring stuff home like that, which I don't. If I'm shopping, if I'm given the food stamp card or the money or whatever, I will go to the store, get what I come from, and come home. I may bring home one treat, but that one treat would last me at least a week or two. A thing of cookies, are you kidding? I hardly ever eat cookies. So maybe a cookie here and there, like every couple days, if I even remember I have them. Yeah, but with a diabetic, it's not like that. You bring home a package of cookies, plan on not seeing the cookies the next day, because they will eat the entire package. It's ridiculous. I know some people say, well, we don't have control over it. Like, I can't control myself. You have to, or you're gonna die. Plain and simple. You will have to find something else that's sweet in a different way or something. I don't know. I've never had diabetes. I don't pretend to know what it's like. I've just lived with people that have it, and it's been the same thing every time. Boyfriends have had it. Husbands had it. Roland did not. My first husband, he never had diabetes. But Sal, my second husband, and my current husband do. And it's the same thing. It's that addictive drive in them to eat stuff that's not healthy, that can kill them. And it's like watching somebody slowly kill themselves. It's awful. So now I don't know what's going on today with him. I'm going to ask him how he feels. I'm going to make sure he does his insulin and does not take metformin again. And that he lets me know, what's going on, how he feels and all that, like I do every day. And I'm going to keep an eye on it. And I'm going to get on the phone to his doctor as soon as 9 o'clock rolls around. Well, I'm going to get him on the phone to his doctor, hopefully. I have to work at 9, so I won't be able to do it. And I don't think they open till 9, so. Mimi, why are you sitting on the burning pile? Look at this. Cat on the burning pile. I'm glad it's not lit on fire, you goofball. Yes, her face looks a mess. I know. She keeps wanting to be outside. We keep trying to keep her in. She sneaks past us. It's really kind of hard in that shed to keep these cats in there. It's harder than the house, because in the house I could close her in a room. Not in the shed. Okay, anyways. Gross. Kitty cat, you live dangerously. She doesn't know. Any pile will do. She'll just plop herself down. Anyhow, I don't know what to talk about. Do you guys got anything you want to talk about today? I'll just sit here and watch the chat and see if you want to bring up a subject. Watching the chat. Good morning, Valerie. I'm just sitting here waiting for someone to talk about something. Doesn't always have to be me carrying on the conversation. Just because you guys are not in the chat part of it with the actual audio. That was my diabetes rant for the morning. Probably gonna paint my nails again today. Oh, hospice. That would be rough. Can't imagine. Everybody's starting to wake up. I hear the vehicles driving down the road. Birdies are tweeting in the trees. I heard a weird noise. I don't know what it was. Looks like rain again right now. Seriously. Oh, wow, Grandma Ducky. Yikes. We're not really used to Matthew having low blood sugars, just super high. Scrambled eggs with ketchup on the side. I know some people like ketchup on their eggs. Not me so much. I love scrambled eggs with cream cheese, though. Oh. I'm sorry, Grandma Ducky. That's very sad. Right, I know. I understand. Hospice is just too sad for me. I'm not cut out for it. I'm glad people are. I've actually watched somebody pass on. My first ex-husband's grandmother. We went to Pennsylvania when she was dying, and I had just married him, like, I don't know, not very long before that, I don't think. And it was hard. We were waiting for her to pass on. And they said she would pass on as soon as she saw her new granddaughter, or grandson, I think. Yeah, grandson. And I think we were waiting for my sister-in-law or somebody to get there. I just remember her waiting. It was like she was holding on just to hold that baby and see that baby. And then after she saw whichever baby it was, she passed. I remember the death rattle. I remember looking in there at her, and she just looked like she was sleeping. And, yeah. Oh, my kitchen is actually clean. I was waiting to mop the floor is what it was. Hey, I'll show you. Hopefully I won't buffer too bad, because this is that blinking phone that doesn't film straight. It just keeps blinking, and if you can look around it, I'm trying to. But I'll show you. I actually did get the kitchen clean. I even cleaned a little bit, like neatened it. Okay, so here we go. We're whittling it down. There's the dishes I washed. The sink's pretty clean. Countertop's just got a couple things on it. I saved this cat litter thing because Matthew's going to use it for his diabetes needles. This is just garbage that I can throw out right now. This is coming outside with me. It's my eyeshadow. I don't know what those keys are to. Morning, main girl. Stove is pretty clean. Needs to be wiped probably later. That table I still need to clean, but what I wanted to clean was I wanted to mop this floor a little bit. It was really bad. This is better than it was. It's way better. I know it doesn't look like it, but for having been through a flood, the floor looks pretty good. It's gonna look garbagey because we're not living in here, so we're not paying as close attention to this as we are the space that we're in, especially since it's been so darn hot. But yeah, you can walk in and actually walk across the floor to the sink, so that's what I meant by cleaning. This, on the other hand, got some boxes I gotta go through. This drawer thing is coming back out to the shed with me. I'm gonna start doing some organization of these drawer shelf thingies. Yeah, Clorox wipes, I know. That box needs to go to the Goodwill eventually. Dressers are just where he decided to pile all the stuffed animals so that they didn't get wet if we did have a flood again in here. So yeah. The icky room, as I call it, the moldy room is right here. It's still here. Still gross looking. Still needing the floor torn up eventually. With the crowbar and everything. So eventually when Matthew's up to it, he wants to work on that. That's a Matthew project. This is the cat room, and we used to call it just the extra room, just a bunch of junk laying around. We're using this house for storage right now. So that's what you're seeing. Really, the kitchen and the bathroom are the things I'm working on the most because those are the only rooms we're in. This is the drawer shelf that white drawer was on. I just moved it, and I decided to just use that to put the bath gel, the shampoo, and I got in that little basket there. Just try them home. It's going to leak nasty water. Yeah, it's iron. That's how all tubs are around here. Everybody's. That's what iron does. It's iron damage. So there you go. There's the tour of the lovely house. And hence why we don't live there anymore. It's gross. A flood. I was wondering how long it would take before somebody jumped on that song's title, Rebel Just for Kicks. I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Annoying song. Yeah. So that's that. As you wished, as you requested. That's what it looks like. There's a beautiful kitty cat, Teddy, laying there, trying to sun himself with no sun. There's Michi again. All the kitties are up and walking around, ready to start the day. No, I hate this. Sheesh. Well, I don't know. I'm not trying to put a whole lot of work into it. Keep it standing so we can use the kitchen and the bathroom. For those that came in late. We do not live in that house, okay? We cook, we bathe, like not bathe, but shower, and we go to the bathroom. That's it. We do not live there. Do not think, oh my God, how can they live like that? We're not living there. We don't live like that. Not anymore. We just use the facilities there as we need to cook and get out. That's it. Most of the time we bring our food back to our little house, which is way smaller than that house is. But at least it's clean. It's not cluttered. It's not full of nasty, dirty, gross mold. It's not full of iron. I mean, yeah, we still have to bathe or shower in the tub. That orange stuff doesn't like come off on your skin or anything like that. So don't get that impression. It doesn't. It's been like that for years. Right there. That's my little house. That's the house I just took you into. That's my little house, which is soon going to be painted. Because I found some paint. I found more pink paint, and I think I found some white paint or something. I'm just going to mix them together and clean it. Or paint it, I mean. Yeah, pink door with hearts and a butterfly. It's not going to stay like that. It's going to be painted, hopefully, a decent color. I mean, it's obviously peeling and flaking off. I'm eventually going to get out and start scraping and getting it ready to be repainted. Hi, boy. My guy. Carmi came over to visit. Didn't you, guy? There he is, my baby boy. Oh, my guy. It's got to be all up in my face, don't you, boy? Mimi's back on the pile. Yeah, iron stains are a pain. There's not lots you can do about it. My daughter has the same thing at her house. Oh, well, we can use baking soda and water, but it's going to just keep coming back. And it's not rust, it's actually iron in the water. That's well water for you. Our well, anyway. You just get to the point where you kind of ignore it after a while. You know that it doesn't harm you. I mean, my water's been tested now 4 times for drinking, and they said, oh, you can drink it, it's just not going to taste very good. Eh, Rebel, I've lived in it, so I'm really not worried about wearing protective gear. I don't stay in there long enough to wear any protective gear. I go in, do what I gotta do, and I get out. We've already bleached the heck out of the walls and cleaned them for the black mold and everything, so there's pretty much not any active black mold going on there. Nah, I'm not worried about it, but thanks for your concern. We've lived in it for that long that if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die of something. Not that. Probably not. I mean, I've had my lungs checked many times. I don't have any sign of black mold inhalation. So, well, Matthew used to clean it all the time when we lived in there, but we don't live in there anymore, so who cares? Eventually, it would be nice to get like a stainless steel tub put in or something. Maybe it wouldn't stick as much or be as noticeable. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just know I can't stand our water. We cannot fix our water. It would cost a lot of money to have any type of water purifier thing put in. Money we don't have right now. Oh, we have the cleaner too. We went to the Red Cross Rebel and got a cleaner for it. So don't worry about that. We already cleaned it with their special cleaner. It's not like black mold that's active. It's just the stain of the black mold is what you're seeing now. Well, other than whatever's in the walls, but it is what it is. Whatever. I can't even think about that stuff. I have to just survive. I have to live in the little house I live in and be thankful and accept my surroundings. And that's just how it is. So. It looks like it's gonna rain. That's the only thing that concerns me is every time it looks like it's gonna rain, I'm like, okay, eventually we're gonna experience a flood in this little house. And how am I gonna handle it? So probably how I'm gonna handle it is take these pallets, move them in, and put stuff up on them. That's the plan. Hi, Mishmi. And if it gets that bad, until the floodwaters went down, I'd probably go and stay somewhere again, like I did this time. Oh, this blinking is terrible on this phone. Oh my gosh. Really sorry. My battery's about dying too, so I'm probably not going to be staying on here much longer because I don't have much of a battery left. Yeah, Valerie. Sandbag around the front door where? On my little house? You can't really... You can't leave a sandbag there. You can't open and close the door. I'm not sure what you mean. There's no way to get in and out of the door if you got a sandbag in front of it. Okay, Grandma Ducky. Have a good night. I do too. I hope he feels better. Pretty sure he will once that metformin gets out of his system. Come here, buddy. Hey, guy. Oh, in a semicircle around it? I see what you're saying. We could. That might be an idea. I will ask Matthew to help me with that when he feels better. I can't lift sandbags. They're too heavy. And I'd have to get some sandbags. The ones we have are in pretty rough shape from going through a few floods. So we'll have to buy some more sandbags. The only thing about that is, even if we sandbagged, remember the water comes up from under the ground. So the sandbag would literally eventually have to be put like right near the door. So I'd probably want to tie ropes under the door and pull the sandbag up to the door if it was flooding, if I was in there, or push it against the door if we were leaving there. Because it wouldn't really do any good to put it in a semicircle other than to keep the water out that's coming from the sides. That would work, but it comes up from underneath the ground into the house or into the structure. So if it came up, I'm going to show you. If it came up like, hang on, I'm going to get my camera to work here. If it came up like around out here, like from the yard, if it poured in from the river over to the yard, then I could do a semicircle, like you said, around here, and it would back it up so that it didn't flow over into, like, go under the door over there. The problem is where it will come up from is here, like up under that dirt right there. And as you can see, there's a space under the door where it would just flow right under the door into our domicile, so to speak. So what I would have to do is bag right here along the door. You want to go in, Meech? Go ahead, Meecha. Meechie's going to go in. You going in there, Meech? You can stay in if you want. Come on, I don't want to let the bugs in. Are you going in or out? Let's go. Good. Go in there and stay a bit. All right. So, that's what I was trying to say. If I put a sandbag right here along this part of the door, that would keep some of the water out. But if I just did a circle, a semicircle, like you said, no. Yes, Red Ruby, it gets in through the bottom of the house because the house is a wooden floor. If you notice, hang on. No, not a sand dollar. I don't know what it is. Hold on, I'll show you. The floors in the house. And I'm running out of battery, 15% remaining. So I'll show you this quick and then I gotta go. Won't be able to film. Then of course all of this is what you see under there, wood. It's all wood. It's all wood boards. See? Wood. Now that wood is green treated, so if you notice, there's no damage there. Where the damage came was in the walls and along the floor towards the walls. Like that. There was nothing sealed. Kimmy, a concrete pad, you could maybe do that. I don't know if that'll do any good, but maybe. So see, those are green treated boards. Those didn't get damaged. But yeah, the other place, my little place, is all dirt. But yeah, a concrete pad might work. No, it's smart. It's smart. I appreciate it. I'm not going to shoot down every suggestion you give me, but I am going to explain if I don't think it's going to work. But yeah, I guess that might work. Concrete pad might work. I will look into that. Sounds like a good plan to me. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I'm going to take you inside the shed a minute. The little house. as we call it. Because I don't think the doorway is the only place that stuff can leak. Bye, Meech. Need to turn the light on. Hang on. So, as you see, in a minute, these bricks right there, the cement bricks, will prevent it from getting in there. But right here, this part, for some dumb reason, was never put on bricks. Bricks, no bricks. And this is my washing machine, by the way. And then no bricks. And then doorway. And then again, no bricks. And then the bricks start a little bit farther on that side. So if you right on the ground and the water comes up underneath the ground, it leaks up from the actual soil. Come on, guy. Come on, boy. Come on. All right, thank you. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. And that place I just showed you, bricks, no bricks, that's this part right here that I was showing you on the outside. So that is why if we get flooded, that's why we're getting flooded. I think what they need to do is pour concrete right out here along this whole front of the shed. So I don't know, cause like I said, the water comes up from underneath and that's how it floods. Thankfully it doesn't get flooded as bad as the house because it doesn't flood through the whole entire underneath the floor because it's cement. So that's not an issue. What I want to do is get enough pallets to put the whole entire floor up on pallets and then put a bunch of boards over the pallets and then put tile and carpeting or whatever over the pallets to make it look like a raised floor. But where to get the pallets from, how to fit them in, all of that is a whole other ball game. And how well the pallets would hold up through a bunch of flooding, another ball game. So it is what it is, and that's what it is for now. I don't think there's any easy answer to the whole dilemma. It just, I was thinking about the house donut. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. In the house, the water comes from underneath the ground up into the house, under the floorboards. Yes, you're correct. That's true. Okay, I'm going to walk into the shed. Maybe I can plug this in and charge it a minute. Highland. Matthew's still sleeping, so I'm trying to be quiet. Hi, honey. How are you? I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm sorry. Okay. It's not going to be very bright in here, though, because if I turn the light on, it's going to be in his eyes. He won't probably enjoy that very much. Poor honey. And cooler today. Who said that? What? Dispelled any ailments today? Not really. And I don't really dispel ailments. Thanks, Tracker. I don't dispel ailments. I dispel delusions. Hence the name, Delusion Dispeller. Delusions that women need to be abused or deserve to be abused and men deserve to be abused. That's a delusion. A delusion that it's always your fault when somebody abuses you. Those kind of delusions. Okay, he's turned over. Maybe I can turn the light on and it won't bother him. Is it okay for me to turn the light on? No, if it's gonna bother you, I'm not gonna do it. Don't say sure, why not? If it offends you, say no, I prefer you don't. Okay, he said eh. So he doesn't care. Okay. What, huh, Lamb? What are you hungry about? What, honey? Okay, I'm gonna go in the other room so he can sleep. I'm gonna go plug my phone in here. Maybe not in this room. Maybe in this room. I just gotta try to talk quietly because he's trying to rest and I don't want to be irritating him. Okay. I could probably turn this one on. There we go. Alright, that's better. Got a ghostly effect going on here. Weird. That's better. Alright. So, I don't know how to answer huh, Lan. What does huh mean? I haven't heard anything about it, Sunshine Baby. Somebody was going to look into it for me, and I didn't hear anything after that. I don't know, is there anybody in here that would know how to answer somebody that just types in huh with a question mark? Or is it just me? I'm sitting here going, huh, what? What huh? What are you hawing about? I have no idea. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was buffering a minute, sorry. Alright, thank you. Thank you about explaining about the whole huh thing, because I'm like, I don't know what huh is about. Wow, my battery's at 11%, but I am charging it, so we should be okay. Yeah, you were buffering because I got knocked off of YouTube, and then it let me resume it afterwards. It does that on the phone. It doesn't work like that on the computer, however. Do you need anything, honey? Okay. He's alright. He'll sleep it off and be okay. Hi, Natalie from CA. Natalie from CA. Are you telling me it's a low battery? I already know this. Just make it a higher battery by charging. If you do lose me, it's because my charger's not wanting to cooperate. Just so you know. I'm just waiting for someone to type something worth responding to here. Oh, sorry, Tracker. I travel by camera. I don't go anywhere. Actually traveling, which is nice. And it's not even 8 o'clock, y'all. At 8 o'clock, though, I'm going to get off of here and start planning my day because I have to start working at 9. And I might hear from that other tutoring place today and see if they want to choose me to work for them. Then I'll be working for 2 places. I got to see if it's okay, though, first. Oh, gotcha. I know how that is. I mean, I like a little bit of sightseeing, but, um, by the way, you spelled it right. S-I-T-E, sight. Like a thing that you're looking at is a sight. The other kind of sight means seeing with your eyes. But sightseeing, um, can be either way. I've seen it spelled either way. Isn't it weird how our English language is? There's like 3 different ways to spell sight. There's sight, like you're speaking something, you're citing a reference, or typing a reference, sight, C-I-T-E. And then there's sight, like you see, S-I-G-H-T. And there's sight, like a mountain, or Mount Rushmore is a sight, S-I-T-E. And we wonder why foreigners can't learn our language. Those are only 3 of many words that have different spellings and mean different things. Then you have things that have the same spellings but mean different things, and vice versa. All that stuff. Refuse and, yeah, refuse and refuse. Yep, spelled the same, means 2 different things. Very true. And then try to explain the different definitions of the same word to somebody that's from a foreign country. They just look at you with this puzzled look on their face. Why it be like this? I don't know. I didn't create the English language. It makes no sense to me either. Spanish is so much easier. 1 word, 1 meaning, you're good. But nope, we gotta complicate things because we speak in English. Who knows? It just is what it is, and that's what I tell them. I tell them there are no real rules for everything. There are like certain grammar rules, but there's not a rule for anything I can really explain of why it is this way. There and there, T-H-E-I-R, T-H-E-R-E. I don't know why they chose one for one and the other one for the other. I know Tracker 3, right? We park in a driveway and drive on a parkway. Yeah. Makes no sense. But it is the English language. Lucky us. Or should I say blessed us? We are so blessed to have so many weird words to mean so many weird things, right? My hair's doing something today. I don't know what it's doing, but it's time for a shower and a hair washing soon. Probably will do that later when Matthew is up, because I don't like showering alone in the house. Even with the doors locked. I've never liked it. I'm superstitious. Watch too many weird movies. I used to shower with the shower curtain open. I just didn't want a curtain between me and the outside world, because I didn't want anybody sneaking up on me. I'm okay about it now. I can shut the curtain, but Matthew has to be in the house. I have no idea, Tracker. Maybe because they used to park on it. I always wondered, like, they call, when you put your hair up in a bun or whatever, they call it an updo. So when you wear it down like this, what is it, a down do? Or is it just a do? It's a hair do, but if it's up, it's a updo. Weird words we have in the English language, don't we? Now that's weird. I have my phone plugged in, but it's like it's draining the battery instead of charging the battery. That's just weird. Enable saving mode. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it. It makes me nervous. Oh, lock the door? We can't lock our door. There's no lock on the bathroom door. Never was. I'm talking about if I lock the front door. Now, yeah, if I can lock the bathroom door, maybe I'd feel more secure. But there's no lock on the bathroom door. I'm telling you, the dude that built the house, I don't know what he was thinking, but he did a jankety job of it. Seriously. And it's not even as bad as when it was first built. So eventually I'm going to post the videos, if I can find them on Facebook, of when my daughter came and ripped all the floors out and redid the whole house. I'm going to show those. I'm going to post those so people can see that this house was really nice when we moved in, that house. Yeah, I don't like basements. I don't like attics. I don't like any of that stuff. All we have here is the upper deck up there. The crawl space area, storage space, whatever. And then in the bigger house, there's a crawl space like up through the ceiling. I've never been up there, never even looked up there. I might, just out of curiosity, just to see what's up there. It'd be kind of interesting. Probably some rats or something. I don't know. But in all the years I've lived here, I've never been up there. So, it might be an adventure to go on a cool day. Not when it's hot, because hot air rises. I can't handle the hot air down in the house, let alone up there. Yeah, Tracker. Exactly. Oh, did I miss somebody's call? Hold on a minute, I need to check something. Oh, my furnace is up there, Carol? I didn't know what was up there. Well, I meant, like, besides the furnace, like, what boxes or what storage is up there? I didn't know. See, I'm not as afraid of basements, depending on the basement. I used to practice dancing in front of a mirror on a piece of tile floor in my basement. So from the time I was a little girl, I tap danced, I balleted in front of the mirror in the basement. It was kind of cold down there, as I recall. But it was a finished house, so it was nice. It was a nice basement. It was small. It wasn't a big basement. Big basements might bother me. We don't have a basement on either of our houses. Everything is just, and it's good we don't, because they'd probably be flooded really bad when we have floods. So yeah. Interesting. Am I in a storm? Me? No. Not that I know of. I haven't heard any rain. It looks like it might storm. Looks pretty dark out there. It's possible. Oh, you're hearing the air conditioner. You're hearing the air conditioner. Right there. That's what you're hearing. No, air conditioner. That's the AC. It's not a fan. AC. You're right the first time. No. If I was in a storm, I'd probably take the phone and show you the storm. Yeah, work on your basement phobia, Track. Good idea. So yeah, at 8 o'clock I'm going to get off of here. It's 7:52 now. I'm going to need to go use the ladies' room, and I also need to get some coffee. Get me some good bulletproof coffee. It'll hold me through till lunchtime, maybe even later, and then I'll have myself a good lunch. I don't know what I'm going to eat for lunch today. I'm kind of leaning towards hot dogs because they're quick to fix, and I got my stovetop grill I can whip them up with. Check and see if those salads are any good. I might have with the salad some vegetables, maybe a little bit of applesauce. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I did manage to get into full keto. Well, not full keto, but higher keto than I did the other day. I realize the key is to get in keto and stay there. I really don't care about all that, but I'm fascinated that I ever have ketones in my body. So it's pretty fun to take the strip out and say, oh, it's pink. Ooh, it's cranberry colored. Yay. That means I have some ketosis going on here. I actually went from trace ketosis to a small amount of ketosis, so that was kind of cool. Anyway. For me, I don't think it's the ketones that are going to necessarily be the ticket. I mean, yeah, it's going to make me lose weight faster if my body's just gobbling up fat. But I think it's just retraining my body to get used to not having so many carbs pushed in there. And I think it's doing pretty good. So we're just going to go with what's working. Not trying to be some kind of hero keto person. Really wonder why this phone is not charging better on this charger. It is plugged in and it is turned on. Now it's saying 8% remaining on the battery. What? Now what happened? That was weird. No, not yet. Oh, the fat bombs are delicious. Absolutely delicious. And so easy to get your fat up there so you can get in ketosis if that's what you're looking for. Just got to be careful. Me, personally, I have to be careful to not eat too much fat. I mean, more fat than normal, yeah, but I don't want a fatty liver. I'm older now, and I gotta watch that stuff. I don't want to do, like, weird damage to my body either, so all things in balance. Make sure you get a lot of veggies in there. I'm probably going to eat a vegetable and have a salad for lunch today, I think. Kind of leaning that way. But once 8 o'clock hits and I get off of here, I'm going to have to get my day planned and get going. Because at 9 o'clock I start tutoring. I think I'm doing it every couple hours again, 9 to 11, and then 2 to 4, and then 5 to 7, something like that. Or 4 to 6. I don't remember, but I'm going to try to keep it going steady flow every 2 hours or so. So that I get my 6 hours in, and then maybe might throw another hour on depending on how I feel. It's very draining sometimes. It's also very fun, so it's a mixed bag there. And if I do get the second tutoring job and can do them both, then I'll probably do that. I need to look into it. Find out. But at some point I gotta get my cats more food. They're running out rapidly. Well, they're out of all the moist food, but I gotta get them some more moist food. And maybe a bag or box of this other food too. So this battery is gonna hold up just long enough for me to finish on here, I think. It's pretty bad that I cannot charge this battery for nothing on here. What do you need some of, Tracker? Fat bombs? Or vegetables? Cat food. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Kitties gotta eat too. They can't feed themselves unless they go and kill animals, and I'd rather feed them food than have them out killing squirrels and birds and God knows what, bunny rabbits. I always thought it was like hunting dogs that killed other animals. I never knew cats. I mean, I knew they killed mice and rats, but I didn't know they would kill a bunny rabbit or a bird or, well, maybe a bird. Or like a possum or who knows what. My cats, Carmine will kill anything and does not kill him, which nothing's killed him yet, so you can imagine. That cat is a hunter cat. What I don't like is when they kill it and they don't eat it, they just kill it and leave it there. But usually if he kills an animal, he will devour the animal. He'll kill it for food. I just don't like it. I don't like that cats kill other animals. But it is what it is, I guess. They've probably kept many a mouse and rat out of my house, which is probably a good thing, even though I do like mice and rats for pets and stuff. Yeah, I know, the cat and mouse narcissist game. I know all about it, Tracker. That was one of my videos about the cat and mouse narcissist game. Oh, wow. Yeah, my old cat is amazing. I'm telling you, that dude was like near death when we brought him to the vet. And they told us just switch his food over to moist food. Fancy Feast. Or they tried the vet brand food. He didn't want anything to do with the vet brand food after 2 days. He wouldn't touch it. He'd rather starve to death than touch that vet food. So we went back to the Fancy Feast, and he's all about the Fancy Feast. He loves Fancy Feast. And he is like a younger cat version of himself. You never would have known he was just laying around like dying before. That cat is into everything, and he wants to always be outside with the other cats. And he and Carmine are like best of friends. Best of friends. Yeah, we do Fancy Feast Classic, because I guess there's like lower carbs in it than the other. So yeah. Alright, anyways, I need to go. It's 8 o'clock. My phone's dying anyways. It has been a pleasure talking to all of you wonderful people. Thank you for coming in and chatting with me and sharing ideas about the house. I will consider all of what you said. Good timing, Carol. Yep, time for me to get planning to clock in myself in about an hour. God bless everybody. We'll see you next time.